Hi, my dear students. Today we'll be starting with another chapter from 10th standard ICSE, which is arithmetic progression. We also call it as AP. Now, this topic is new for you. I mean, it was not there in 9th standard. What is AP? To understand AP, let us understand these few examples that I have written here on the board. Look at the first example. In the first example, you are given that 1, minus 3, 7, 11 upon 3 and root 13. Now if I ask you, okay, my dear students, can you predict the number which will come after root 13? So you'll just ponder over the numbers, you'll just look at the numbers and you may feel कि 1 के बाद में -3 है, फिर 7 है, 11 upon 3 है. मतलब ये numbers में हमको कोई connection नहीं दिख रहा है. ये numbers में there is no such connection. So it becomes difficult for us to predict कि अगर 1 के बाद -3 आया, फिर उसके बाद 7 आया, फिर 11 upon 3 आया, root 13 आया, तो आगे क्या आएगा? आगे क्या आएगा? It is not possible for us to predict. So here prediction is not possible. Let us take the second example. Now in the second example, we are given 2, 4, 8, 16. Now 2, 4, 8, 16. अगर यहाँ हम आपको पूछते हैं बच्चों कि what will be the number that will come after 16? After 16. So you'll just look at the numbers and you'll realize that twice of 2 is 4, twice of 4 is 8, twice of 8 is 16. So the next number that should come here should obviously be 32. And the number after that should be 64. And so on. 128, 256 and 512, 1024 and so on. So you see that in this example, this is a list of numbers where it is possible for us to predict the number which is going to come after 16. Let us take this list of number 1, 4, 9 and 16. In 1, 4, 9 and 16, is it possible for us to predict the number that will come after 16? Now, in the first glance, you may just look at it and you may feel, sir, इस 1 और 4, फिर 4 और 9, 9 के बाद 16, तो 16 के बाद क्या आना चाहिए? अब आप सोचोगे कि 16 के बाद क्या आना चाहिए, बट थोड़ा सा अटेंशन देने पर वी रियलाइज दैट दिस इज अ स्क्वायर ऑफ 1, this is a square of 2, this is a square of 3, this is a square of 4. So the next number should be square of 5 and the number after that should be square of 6. So the number after that should be square of 7, 8, 9 and 10 and so on. So again in this list of number, it is possible for us to predict the number which will come after 16. So here prediction is possible. Let us take this case 1, 4, 7 and 10. In case of 1, 4, 7 and 10, when we look at the numbers, we clearly see that 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10. So the next number should be 10 plus 3 which is 13, 13 plus 3 which is 16. So here also prediction is possible. So out of the 4 examples that I have taken here, the prediction of the next numbers was not possible in the first case, but the prediction is possible in the second, third and fourth case. So now we define the first statement, which is in these 3 statements we can predict the number that will come after 16. So such list of numbers are called as sequence. Sequence is a list of numbers where by some definite rule it is possible for us to predict the number that you may get after the last number is written. This is called as sequence. So sequence का मतलब बच्चों in short होता है कि ऐसे list of numbers जिसमें आप आगे के numbers बता सकते हो और हर sequence के अंदर जो rule है वो एक अलग rule है, एक definite rule है, एक अलग rule है. जैसे कि पहले वाले लिस्ट ऑफ नंबर्स में आप देखो हर एक नंबर डबल हो रहा है, तो यहां का रूल है डबल करना. सेकेंड लिस्ट ऑफ नंबर्स में हर नंबर स्क्वायर हो रहा है, तो यहां का रूल है हर नंबर का स्क्वायर्स लेना। थर्ड लिस्ट ऑफ नंबर्स में हर नंबर के बीच में 3 का गैप है, तो यहां का रूल क्या है? देयर इज अ डिफरेंस ऑफ 3। सो व्हेन यू कैन प्रेडिक्ट द नंबर्स बाय सम डेफिनेट रूल, सच लिस्ट ऑफ नंबर इज कॉल्ड एज अ सीक्वेंस। तो ये तीनों तो बेटा आपका सीक्वेंस हो गया। नाउ सीक्वेंस में से अब हमें मिलता है व्हाट इज एपी। आप ये वाला लिस्ट ऑफ नंबर्स को बच्चों ध्यान से देखो। ये लिस्ट ऑफ नंबर्स में सबसे पहले तो हमें पता है कि ये सीक्वेंस है, वी नो दैट इट इज अ सीक्वेंस। सेकेंडली, द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द नंबर्स इज सेम, इज कांस्टेंट, इट इज इक्वल। सो सच सीक्वेंसेस, a sequence where the difference between two consecutive numbers are same is called as an AP, is called as arithmetic progression। तो बच्चों ऐसी सीक्वेंस जिसमें दो नंबर्स के बीच का डिफरेंस हमेशा सेम होता है, ऐसी सीक्वेंस को हम कहते हैं AP। Alright, so this is the beginning of AP. Remember, AP is always a sequence. Now, in this chapter AP, we basically have two related formulas. One formula is for nth term of an AP and the second formula is for sum of n terms of an AP, sum of n terms of an AP. Now, in my lectures, in the process of my lectures, I have explained how you get these formulas, how we come to the conclusion that the formula for nth term of an AP is this and the formula for sum of an AP is this. I have already explained that, right? So now I'll simply write the formulas and we will start solving the sums based on these. So nth term of an AP is Tn a plus n minus 1 into d, and sum of n terms of an AP is Sn is equal to n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or Sn is equal to n upon 2 a plus Tn. Now in both the formulas there are certain terms that we are using. I will write down the meaning of those terms here to begin with. सबसे पहले बच्चों हमारे पास आता है A. A is the first term of an AP. N, number of terms of an AP. D is the common difference. Tn, nth term, we are talking about. Sn, sum of n terms. So this is the description that we have here. A stands for the first term, N stands for the number of terms, D is the common difference, Tn, this is the nth term, or in a layman's language you can always say that Tn is the term that we are talking about in a particular sum. किसी सम में जिस टर्म को हमें ढूंढना है या जिस टर्म की हम बात कर रहे हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज Tn and Sn is called as sum of n terms. Now Sn के लिए बच्चों दो फॉर्मूले हैं, either you can use this or you can use this. Now इसका भी मैंने आपको लेक्चर्स में भी डिस्टिंक्शन बताया है और समझाया है और डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है, फॉर्मूला डिराइव किया हमने. नाउ इन दोनों में फर्क क्या होता है, जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस. मैं फिर एक बार वापस से आपको रिकैप दे रहा हूं. व्हाट हैपेंस इज व्हेन the value of d is given, when d is given, use this formula. When Tn is given, use this formula. When d is given, when Tn is given, use this formula. So these are the formulas that we'll be using in solving the next few sums. What I'll be doing is, there are a lot of sums from this chapter. All the sums basically are based on these formulas only, but we'll be doing only the important ones because this is a revision session. So we'll be doing the important sums from AP. Okay? So let's start with the first sum from AP. Find the 12th term from the end of the sequence this. Now in this question we are asked to find out the 12th term from the end. Now we have a formula where we can, this is a formula that we have. With this formula we can find out any term from the start. We can find any term from the start, but we are asked to find out the 12th term from the end. So what we will do is, suppose I have this AP 3579 ... 201. Now I have to find out the 12th term from the end. So what I'll do is, I will reverse this AP. On reversing this AP, this becomes the first term and this will become the last term. So when I do so, I will be able to get the first term, I will be having the last term, and then I will try to find out 12th term not from the end but from the beginning. So it would be one and the same thing if I make this 201 as your first term. So we will write the given AP as on reversing the AP, we get two 9,753. बच्चों AP को रिवर्स करने पे अब 201 फर्स्ट टर्म हो गया और 3 लास्ट टर्म हो गया है. Now in this AP we have the first term as 201, the difference between these two numbers. Now when we are taking the difference, we always have to take the difference as succeeding minus preceding, latter minus former. बाद वाले में से पहले वाला माइनस करना है. दैट इज हाउ यू टेक द डिफरेंस. सो आप कोई भी बाद वाले में से पहले वाला माइनस करो, पहले वाले में से बाद वाला नहीं, बाद वाले में से पहले वाला. सो दैट वुड बी 5 minus 7, succeeding minus preceding, which is -2. तो बच्चों ये हो गया आपका डिफरेंस. फर्स्ट टर्म इज 201, डिफरेंस इज D. You are asked to find out 12th term from the end. So now here you are trying to find out 12th term from the beginning. So the number of terms that you have here is 12. Find out which is this 12th number. So you have to find out Tn. Now by using the formula for Tn, we can very easily find out the 12th term. Tn a plus n minus 1 into D. Tn, which is T12, is equal to 201 plus n, which is 12 minus 1 into d. Let us solve this. 12th term is equal to 201 plus 11 into minus 2, which is minus 22, 179. So the 12th term from the end of this AP or the 12th term from the start of this AP is 179. This is our answer. Alright, so let's come to the second sum. In the second question we are given that which term of an AP this is 248 is 248. Now we will write the given AP is 3, 8, 13, 248. Here the first term is 3. The difference, as I've just told you, difference is letter minus formula. बाद वाले में से पहले वाला माइनस करना है आपको. So 13 minus 8, which is 5, and the last term in this AP is 248. So Tn is 248. The nth term, the last term is 248. Now we will use the formula and we have to find out which term of an AP. So obviously we are trying to find out n. We'll use the formula Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, which is 248 equals to a plus n minus 1 into d, which is 5. So we have 248, bring this 3 on this side. Since n minus 1 is getting multiplied by 5, since n minus, see 3 has already come on this side, so it is 248 minus 3. Now what are you left with? N minus 1 into 5. Shift this 5 also on the other side, so it will come in the denominator, and then you are left with n minus 1. So 245 upon 5 is equal to n minus 1 and 4s are 9s are is equal to n minus 1. So 245 upon 5 is 49 is equal to n minus 1. Shift minus 1 on this side. So 49 plus 1 is equal to n, and your answer is 50. So 248 is the 50th term of this AP. 248 is the 50th term of this AP. This is your answer. So now let us start with the next sum. It is given that if 8 times the 8th term of an AP is equal to 15 times the 15th term. So in the given AP, eight times the 8th term, 8 times the 8th term is equal to 15 times the 15th term. Let us try to find out how much is the 8th term, and then let us try to find out how much is the 15th term. So we would get T8 is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. T8 is equal to a plus 8 minus 1 into d. T8 is equal to a plus 7d, and here T15 is equal to a plus n minus d, t15 is equal to a plus 15 minus 1 into d. So t15 is equal to a plus 14d. Now we can see here that we have found out how much should be the 8th term. The 8th term should be a plus 7d, 15th term should be a plus 14d, and then let us take this condition in the given AP. 8 times 8th term, 8 times 8th term is equal to 15 times 15th term. So that would be 8 times 8th term, which is a plus 7d, 15 times 15th term, which is a plus 14d. So that would be 8a plus 56d, 15a plus 210d, and then let us shift this on the other side. We get 15a minus 8a plus 210d minus 56d is equal to 0, and that is 7a plus 154d is equal to 0, and so 7a plus 22d, therefore a plus 22d is equal to 0. This is statement number 3. Now after getting a plus 22d is equal to 0, now we want to show that the 23rd term is 0. Let us take 23rd term. Now when n is equal to 23, the 23rd term should be a plus n minus 1 into d, t23 is equal to a plus 23 minus 1 into d. So the 23rd term is a plus 22d. Take this as statement number 4. Now 23rd term is a plus 22d, and a plus 22d is 0. So from the statement 3rd and statement 4th we can get, therefore the 23rd term is 0. From statement 3 and 4. I've put in the value of statement number 3 in statement number 4, and I've got the final result. So 23rd term is 0. We are given that how many numbers lie between 10 and 300, which when divided by 4 leave a remainder 3. Let us take these numbers between 10 and 300. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, 300. Now my dear students, in these kind of sums, I'll explain this sum to you thoroughly. In these kind of sums, what you have to do is, in the very beginning, you pay attention to this word. It is given that how many numbers lie in between 10 and 300. Now when it is mentioned in between 10 and 300, that means you have to exclude 10 and you have to exclude 300. You don't have to consider this. Now, had the question been how many numbers lie from 10 to 300, अगर ये from 10 to 300 होता तब आप क्या करते? 10 और 300 दोनों को इंक्लूड करते. from 10 to 300 होता तो, पर यहां पर 10 to 300 नहीं लेना है, इसमें दिया है between 10 and 300, 10 और 300 के बीच में. सो 10 और 300 पहले आप एक्सक्लूड कर दो, ये दोनों एक्सक्लूड हो गया. इसके बाद when divided by 4, अब 10 और 300 के बीच में जितने भी नंबर्स हैं, ये नंबर्स को आप 4 से डिवाइड करो, और 4 से डिवाइड करने के बाद रिमाइंडर बचना चाहिए 3. जब आप 4 से डिवाइड करोगे तो रिमाइंडर 3 बचना चाहिए. नाउ टेक दिस नंबर 11 को 4 से डिवाइड करके चेक करो. 4 2 जा 8, रिमाइंडर इज 3. सो 11 इज वन सच नंबर. 12 को 4 से डिवाइड करो, 12 इज डिविजिबल बाय 4, सो रिमाइंडर बचेगा 0. 12 इज नॉट सच अ नंबर. 13 को 4 से डिवाइड करो, रिमाइंडर विल बी 1. 14 को 4 से डिवाइड करो, रिमाइंडर विल बी 2. 15 को 4 से डिवाइड करो, अगेन रिमाइंडर विल बी 3. So we are selecting only those numbers which when divisible by 4 leave a remainder 3. आप 4 से डिवाइड करने के बाद रिमाइंडर 3 बचता है, ऐसे नंबर्स ढूंढने हैं आपको. सो 11 पहला नंबर है, 15 दूसरा नंबर है, मतलब इसके बीच में 4 का गैप है. तो नेक्स्ट नंबर क्या आना चाहिए? 19. उसके बाद वाला 23 एंड सो ऑन. सो ये वो नंबर्स हैं जिन्हें हम 4 से डिवाइड करेंगे बच्चों, तो रिमाइंडर 3 बचने वाला है. अब यहां पे आ जाओ आप 300 के पहले. नाउ लेट अस टेक दिस 299. 299 को यू डिवाइडेड बाय 4, सो 4 7 जा 28, 19, 4 6 जा 4 4 जा 16, रिमाइंडर इज 3. नाउ 299 को व्हेन यू डिवाइड बाय 4 द रिमाइंडर इज 3. So this is the last such number in the given list. So we have now found out the numbers which are divisible by 4 and leave a remainder 3. So we will write the numbers between 10 and 300 divisible by 4 and leaving a remainder 3 are. We started off with 11. 11 is first such number, then 15, then 19, 23, and the last such number in the list was 299. So this is our required AP. This is the required list. Now from this list, what we can do is, we will write here in the given AP first number is 11. Difference, as you can see, is 19 minus 15, 4. Difference is 19 minus 15 or 23 minus 19 or 15 minus 11. In which ways it is 4. The last term is 299. And we are asked to find out how many such numbers are there. So we are asked to find out how much is n. तो बच्चों अब 10 से 300 के बीच में हम वो नंबर्स ढूंढ रहे हैं जो 4 से डिवाइड करने के बाद रिमाइंडर 3 देगा. तो 4 से डिवाइड करने के बाद रिमाइंडर 3 देने वाले ऐसे कितने नंबर है, ये ढूंढना है. नाउ अगेन वी विल यूज द फॉर्मूला फॉर Tn, विच इज a प्लस n माइनस 1 इंटू d. 299 is a plus n minus 1 into d 299 minus 11. 11 comes on this side, minus 11. Now what are we left with? n minus 1 into 4. बच्चों आप ये 4 को इस तरफ ले आओ, 4 मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा था, इधर आएगा, डिवाइड हो जाएगा. So that will be n minus 1 and this will be 288 divided by 4 is equal to n minus 1. Divide 288 by 4 and you will get 72 is equal to n minus 1. Shift 1 on this side. 72 plus 1 is equal to n. Therefore, n is equal to 73. So, 10 से लेके 300 के बीच में वो नंबर्स जो 4 से डिवाइड करने के बाद रिमाइंडर 3 देते हैं, ऐसे टोटल 73 नंबर्स हैं. Now, which term of an AP 3, 10, 17 will be 84 more than its 13th term? Now, you need to understand the question very slowly. Which term of an AP this? Now, suppose this is our AP 3, 10, 17. इस AP का कौन सा वाला term will be 84 more than its 13th term? So somewhere here you have the 13th term, which we don't know how much it is. We don't know how much is the 13th term. In the question it is given that which term of an AP is 84 more than the 13th term. So it is 84 more. Than the 13th term. You are asked to find out which term. That means you have to find out this n. इस AP का कौन सा वाला टर्म है जो 13th टर्म से 84 ज्यादा है, 13th टर्म से 84 ज्यादा है. So looking at the question, guys, what we'll do is we will try to find out the 13th term first from this AP. Now, in the given AP, (3, 10, 17). Let us find out the 13th term first. So here A is 3, difference is 10 minus 3, 13th term. This is what you're going to find out. So let us find out T13. So we will get Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. T13 is equal to 3 plus 13 minus 1 into D. T13 is equal to 3 plus 12 into 7, which is 84. So the 13th term is 87. So we have got the 13th term as 87. Now 87 plus 84 is the nth term. 87 plus 84 is the nth term. So what we will do is, let this remain as it is. Now T13 plus 84 equals to 87 plus 84, which is 171. Now this 171 87 plus 84, this 171 is your nth term. So here we have nth term as 171. First term of the same AP is 3. Difference of the same AP is 7. And we were asked to find out the value of n. So we will find out how much is n. Now we will start solving this and we will get the answer. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. 171 is equal to 3 plus n minus 1 into d. 171 minus 3, bring 3 on this side and divide this by 7, is equal to n minus 1. 168 upon 7 is equal to n minus 1. Therefore, when you divide 68 by 7, you get 2. 4 is n minus 1, and therefore your value for n should be 25. This is your answer, 25. Okay, so now we have finished all those sums which were related to the formula Tn. Now let us start a few sums which are based on the formula for Sn. Now here in this next question we are given 5th term of an AP is 30 and 12th term of an AP is 65. These two values are given to us. So in the question it is given 5th term of an AP is 30, 12th term of an AP is 65. We are asked to find out the sum of 20 terms. Sum of 20 terms means we need to find out S20. Now let us write down the formula for T5. When n is equal to 5, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So T5 is equal to a plus 5 minus 1 into d. T5 is equal to a plus 4d. This is our equation number 1. Let us come to the next one. N is equal to 12. Tn a plus n minus 1 into d. T12 these are the two values. T5 is this and T12 is this. Now what we'll do is, we have the value for T5. Now T5 is 30. So here we can write that a plus 4d equals to 30 and take this as 1. And we have the value for T12 which is 65. So we can write a plus 11d is equal to 65 and take this as 2. These are the two equations that we have. Let us solve these two equations simultaneously. A plus 4d is 30. 1. A plus 11d is 65. 2. We need to eliminate this a. So we have to change the sign. When we change the sign, we write by subtracting And by writing this, we change the signs. This goes off. This is minus 7 in D. This is minus 35. So we get the value of D as 5. Once you get the value of D, let us substitute the value of D in equation 1. Substitute D is equal to 5 in equation 1, which is A plus 4D is equal to 30. So A plus 4D is equal to 30. A plus 20 is equal to 30. So here we have A is equal to 10. So we have got the values of A and D. D is 5. A is 10. Okay, now we have to find out the value of S20, sum of 20th terms. So let us use the formula for Sn. Sn is n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into D, which is S20 is equal to 20 upon 2, 2a, 10 plus 20 minus 1 into D, which is 5. So we get 10, 20 plus 19 into 5. That would be S20 is equal to 10, 20 plus 95, which is 10 into 115. Therefore, the sum of 20 terms is 1150. This is your answer. How many terms of an AP 43, 39, 35 ... be taken so that their sum is 252? The given AP is 43, 39, 35 and so on. Here, the first term A is 43, the difference between two consecutive terms 39 minus 43, latter minus former, is minus 4, and we don't know how many terms are to be taken, so n is not known to us, but we know that the sum should be 252, so Sn has to be 252. A is given, D is known, and we got to find out Sn is also provided. The sum should be 252. So what we'll do is Sn is equal to this. This is the formula for Sn. Sn is 252. N we don't know. 2a 43 plus n minus 1 and D, which is minus 4. Therefore, 252 is equal to n upon 2, 86 minus 4 into n, minus 4n, minus 4 into 1, plus 4. Then let us transpose this 2 to this position. So 252 into 2 is equal to n, 86 plus 4, which is 90, minus 4n. Let us multiply this. This is 504 is equal to 90n minus 4n square. Now we are asked to find out the value of n. Bring both the terms on this side, both the terms on the left. You would get 4n square minus 90n plus 504 is equal to 0. Now this becomes a quadratic equation. In this quadratic equation, the way of solving should be, we need to split the middle term and continue. But before splitting the middle term, just see, is there any factor which is common in all? 2 2s are, 2 45s are, 2 252s are. So there is a common factor 2 in all these three numbers. So we divide the entire equation by 2. Divide by 2. And then we solve this by the normal methods of solving a quadratic equation. The first step is 252 multiplied by 2. How do we solve a quadratic equation? Follow the steps that I have taught you in the class over and over again, even while solving the chapter quadratic equation. First step should be 252 into 2, which is 504. 504. Find out its factor. That should give you 45 on addition. 45 on addition. 252 to 126, 342, 221, 3 7 and 7 1. So for 504, these are the possible factors. 2 2 2, 2 appears 3 times, 3 appears 2 times, and 7 appears 1 time. So these are the possible factors that we have here. 2 2 2, 3 3, 7. Now we need to find out factors that should give us 45 on addition. 45 on addition. Let us take these numbers. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, and 7 3s are 21. So the factors of 252 are these, and out of these factors, these are the required numbers 24 and 21, which when added together gives us 45. So this 45 would now be taken as minus 24n and minus 21n. This is how we split the middle term. We split the middle term. Now after splitting the middle term, what we get is 2n square minus 24n minus 21n plus 252 equals to 0. Take common. What is common in these two? 2n n minus 12. What is common in these two? 21, n minus 12. Because we know that when we are solving a quadratic equation, we get these two brackets similar. So here we have in one bracket 2n minus 21, and in the other bracket we have n minus 12 is equal to 12 is equal to 0. Now 2n minus 21 multiplied by n minus 12 is equal to 0. So when they are both multiplied, the answer is 0. We write either 2n minus 12 is 0 or n minus 12 equals to 0. 2n minus 21 is 0. 2n is equal to 21. N is equal to 21 upon 2. N is equal to 12. So n is equal to 10.5. Now we were trying to find out number of terms. But your number of terms has to be a natural number. Out of these two, 12 is a natural number, 10.5 is not. So we will write discarding n is equal to 10.5, we get n is equal to 12. This is our answer. Now next one is if the sum of first n terms of a sequence is this, it is given in the form of a formula 5n square plus 2n. This is the sum of n terms. Show that the sequence is an AP and the second term is 17. Now dear students, what we'll do here is we have to show that this is an AP. We are not given that it is an AP. We have to show that it is an AP. And we are given the formula for the n terms. So what we do here is we begin this way. Sum of first n terms, that means Sn, is given to us as 5n square plus 2n. Sum of first n terms, this is the formula for the Sn term of this particular sequence. We want to show that it is an AP. Now we will assume let n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, and we will substitute these values in this formula. So we have S1 is equal to 5, S1 is equal to 5 plus 2, S1 is equal to 7. Then we come to S2. Which gets us S2, 5 into 4, 20 plus 4. So S2 is 24. Sn, S3, 5, three. 9 5s are 45, 45 plus 6. So S3 is 51. Now we have got the values for S1, S2 and S3. S1, S2 and S3. Now with this we cannot confirm whether it is an AP or not. We can confirm whether the given sequence is an AP or not only when we know T1, T2, T3. Only after knowing the terms can we say whether it is an AP or whether it is not an AP. So what we do here is, let us try to find out T1. Now, this is what I have already explained to you during my lecture sessions and repeating the same thing. T1 is equal to S1. In an AP, T1 is equal to S1. So T1 equals to S1 is equal to 7. When we want to find out T2, T2 is equal to S2 minus S1. If you want to find out T3, T3 is equal to S3 minus S2. Now, T2 is how much? S2 minus S1. So that would be 24 minus 7, which is 17. T3 is how much? S3 minus S2, which is 51 minus 24, which is 27. So now the terms are T1 7, T2 17, T3 27. The required terms T1, T2, T3 are 7, 17, 27. Now check their difference. If the difference is the same, then it is an AP. So you can see that the first difference 17 minus 7 is 10. The second difference 27 minus 17 is again 10. Therefore we say that therefore the common difference equals to 10. Therefore it is an AP. This is your first answer, this is an AP. And the second answer, prove that the second term is 17. Now can we not see that the second term is 17? So yes, T2 is 17. So you've got both the answers and this is the solution for your question. Well, next one. Sum of three terms of an AP is 33 and the product is 1155. Find the terms. Now when we have a question like this and we don't know what are the three terms of an AP and we have to assume the three terms of an AP. We don't know the three terms of an AP, we have to assume the three terms of an AP. So what we do is we'll assume the terms of an AP as A minus D, A and A plus D. The three unknown terms of AP have to be assumed as this. Let the three terms of an AP be A minus D, A plus D. Then we are given that their product is 1155. So we will write according to the given condition, their product is 1155. So first term multiplied by second term multiplied by third term gives us 1155. Now, if we solve this, we will get the answer for our question. Now, sum of the three terms of an AP is 33. This is another condition that we have. We'll use it later on. Now, we have this as A minus D into A plus D multiplied by A. So, this is A minus D, A plus D, 1155, A square minus D square. Now this is first term minus second term, first term plus second term. So this would be first term square minus second term square, which we call it as difference of two squares. So this is a into a square minus d square is equal to 1155. Take this as equation number 1. Now another equation that is given to us is sum of three terms of an AP is 33. Now according to the second condition, sum of the three terms is 33. First term plus second term plus third term is 33. So that should be minus d and plus d cancels. 3a is equal to 33. So a is equal to 11. Now you have got an equation and then you have got a value for a. Substitute this value of a in this equation. Substitute a is equal to 11 in equation 1, which is a 11 a square 11 square minus d square which is equal to 1155. So I have substituted the value of this a, which is 11, in the first equation. So on substitution, let's see what do we get. 121 minus d square is equal to 1155. This 11 is getting multiplied here, shifted on the other side. You get it upon 11 and you get 121 minus d square is equal to, divide 1155 by 11, you will get 105. So you've got 121 minus d square is equal to 105. Now shift 105 on the left hand side, d square on the right hand side. So this minus d square becomes plus. So 121 minus 105 equals to d square equals to 16. Take square root on both sides. Now when you take square root on both sides, you will get d is equal to plus or minus 4. Most of the students, they make a mistake here. When they are taking a square root, they only consider the positive value, which you should not. D square is equal to 16, so d is equal to plus and minus 4, because d can have both the values. Difference can either be in positive or negative, so you have to consider both the values. So here we have d is equal to plus or minus 4. Now we have a as 11 and d as plus and minus 4, and we are looking for the three terms of an AP. Now the three terms of an AP are a minus d, a plus d, or a minus d, a plus d. So that would be a minus d. A is 11. Now first we consider d as 4. First we are considering d as 4 plus 4. So here we've taken d as 4, and then we will take d as minus 4. So we will get this as 11 minus minus of 4, 11 plus minus of 4. So the answer should be 7, 11, 15 or 15, 11, 7. Therefore, the required AP is 7, 11, 15 or 15, 11, 7. So for such questions, you always get two answers, and it is imperative, it is important that you write both the answers to get full marks. Okay, fine. So now let us start with this 10 sum. We are asked to solve this. 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus dot 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 plus x is equal to 287. Now, since we are asked to solve this, we need to find out the value of x. Let us try to find out the value of x. In the given AP, (1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus x is equal to 287. Here we have A as 1, difference, the common difference D is latter minus former, so 7 minus 4, which is 3. Then this is the nth term, the last term, which we are asked to find out, and the sum of all these terms is 287. Now what we can do here is, we don't know the value of n. We don't know the value of n. So let us try to find out Sn by using its formula. Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now Sn is 287. N, the value of n, we don't know. So n, 2a plus n. How much is n? We don't know. D, value of d is 3. Shift 2 on this side. N, 2 plus 3n minus 3. So we get 287, 2s are 574 is equal to n, 3n minus 1, 574 3n square minus n, 3n square minus n minus 574 is equal to 0. Now we have to find out the factors of this quadratic equation so that we get 1 in between. So this is 574 and this is 3. Let us multiply 574 into 3 and we get 1722. 574 into 3 is 1722. Factors of 1722 are 42 and 41. So we will split the middle term as minus 42n plus 41n minus 574 equals to 0, and we take common. So when we take common, we get 3n n minus 14 plus 41 n minus 14, which is equal to 0. So we get 3n plus 41 in one bracket, 3n minus n minus 14 in the other bracket. Either three n plus 41 is 0 or n minus 14 is 0. So n is equal to 14 and n is equal to minus 41 upon 3. Now this is a negative number. This is the value for n, the term that we are trying to find out. So this is a negative number. We discard this number and our answer should be n is equal to 14. Now we have got n is equal to 14. So we will write n is equal to 14. Now we want to find out Tn. So we will use the formula for Tn. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Tn, which is x, a, which is 1, n, which is 14, minus 1 into 3, x is equal to 1 plus 13 into 3. So x equals to 40. So this is how we solve this kind of a sum. Now this sum, in this sum, it's an exclusive kind of sum. Find the sum of those integers from 1 to 500 which are multiples of 2 or 5. Had it been 2 and 5, sum would have been easier. But here we are given 2 or 5. बच्चों ये 2 and 5 और 2 और 5 में काफी फर्क है. मेरा मतलब कि अगर हमें ढूंढना है 1 और 500 के बीच के वो नंबर्स जो 2 और 5 दोनों से डिविजिबल है, 2 and 5 दोनों से डिविजिबल है, वो बहुत आसान हो जाता. लेकिन यहां पे हमें फाइंड आउट करना है वो नंबर्स जो या तो 2 से डिविजिबल है या फिर 5 से डिविजिबल है, उनका टोटल. अब इनका टोटल हम लोग कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? वॉच दिस. व्हाट हैपेंस हियर इज, let us take these numbers. Understand this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, dot, 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 dot. Four 95, 496, 497, 498, 499, 500. Now what do we do here? हमारे पास हमने वो सारे नंबर्स ले लिए 1 से लेके 500 तक. 1 से लेके 500 तक ये सारे नंबर्स हैं. अब ये नंबर्स में वो नंबर्स ढूंढो जो 2 के मल्टीपल्स हैं. 2 के मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 2. अब 2 के मल्टीपल्स ऐसे कौन से नंबर है? 2, 4, 6, 8 और यहां पे 500, 498, 496. ये सब 2 के मल्टीपल्स है. नाउ अगेन डोंट मिस आउट ऑन दिस, अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड. फाइंड द सम ऑफ दोस इंटीजर्स from 1 to 500. Now since they have written from 1 to 500, you have to include 1 and you have to include 500. इस क्वेश्चन में बच्चों कहीं भी ये नहीं दिया बिटवीन 1 एंड 500. अगर बिटवीन 1 एंड 500 दिया जाता है तो आप 1 और 500 को नहीं लोगे, पर यहां पे फ्रॉम 1 टू 500 में सबसे पहले तो 1 और 500 दोनों को इंक्लूड करना है. ऑलराइट, सो वी हैव इंक्लूडेड बोथ. नाउ 1 से 500 तक आपको सारे नंबर्स लेने. इन नंबर्स में से सिलेक्ट द नंबर्स विच आर मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 2. सो मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 2 आर 2, 4, 6, 498, 500. ये वो नंबर्स है जो मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 2 है. हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये सारे नंबर्स का टोटल ढूंढ लेंगे. विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द टोटल ऑफ दीज नंबर्स. सो वी विल फाइंड आउट द फर्स्ट SN कि ये सारे नंबर्स का टोटल क्या है, विच वी कैन फाइंड आउट. देन फाइंड आउट द मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 5. Multiples of 5. Now multiples of 5 would be 5, 10, 15, 495, 500. These are multiples of 5. So here again we will find out the sum of the multiples of 5. We'll write it as S dash n. So here we have got the sum of multiples of 2, sum of multiples of 5. You were asked to find out multiples of 2 or 5. Multiples of 2 or 5. मतलब अब ये लिस्ट के अंदर जब आप 2 का मल्टीपल्स लेते हो, बच्चों ध्यान से देखना, जब आप 2 का मल्टीपल्स लेते हो तो आपने कौन से नंबर लिए, ये 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 2 का मल्टीपल्स, ये 2 के मल्टीपल्स हो गए. लेट अस टेक मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 5. ये 5 के मल्टीपल्स हो गए. नाउ यू कैन सी दैट देयर आर सर्टन नंबर्स विच अपीयर इन बोथ द लिस्ट. कुछ ऐसे नंबर्स हैं बच्चों जो दोनों लिस्ट में आपको मिलेंगे, जैसे कि ये नंबर 10, इसके बाद होगा 20, उसके बाद होगा 30, उसके बाद होगा 40 और फाइनली होगा 50, 500. मतलब ये वो नंबर्स हैं, थिंक अबाउट इट, दीज आर दोज नंबर्स विच आर गेटिंग एडेड इन बोथ द लिस्ट. 2 के मल्टीपल्स में भी आपने उसका टोटल ले लिया, 5 के मल्टीपल्स में भी उसी नंबर्स का टोटल आ गया. तो आपने 2 और 5 दोनों के मल्टीपल्स में ये नंबर का टोटल 2 बार ले लिया. तो ये नंबर को आप 2 बार कैसे ऐड कर सकते हो? तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक बार ये जो कॉमन नंबर्स है इसके टोटल को आपको निकालना पड़ेगा, माइनस करना पड़ेगा. और ऐसे नंबर कौन से हैं? 10 वो नंबर है जो 2 की लिस्ट में आता है, 5 की लिस्ट में आता है, 20, 30, 40, 50. सो वी विल हैव टू राइट, फाइंड आउट मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 10 let us call this as SN डबल डैश. इसका भी टोटल हम ढूंढते हैं. और अब अगर हमें पूछा है व्हाट आर द मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 2 और 5, उसका टोटल ढूंढना है, तो बच्चों आपको ये दोनों को प्लस करना होगा और ये दोनों में से ये जो कॉमन नंबर है जो 2 बार आ गया है, एक बार इधर आया एक बार इधर आया, तो एक बार निकालना पड़ेगा. सो यू विल हैव टू सबट्रैक्ट दिस. So I hope you have followed this. Now we will start solving this sum. Now solving this sum is like this. Solution. Multiples of are 2, 4, 6. Here A is 2, difference is 2, last term is n, that is the nth term is 500, and we want to find out Sn. So first we'll use the formula for Tn and find out n. Tn is a plus n minus 1 into d. 500 is equal to 2 plus n minus 1 into d, which is 2. Shift 2 on this side. 500 minus 2 and divided by 2. N minus 1. So this is 498 upon 2 is equal to n minus 1. So that is 249 is equal to n minus 1. N is equal to 249 plus 1. N is equal to 250. So there are between 1 and 500, or rather from 1 to 500, there are 250 such numbers which are multiples of 2. 1 से लेके 500 के बीच में obvious सी बात है, there are numbers which are odd and even. 2 is an even number. So even numbers कितने होंगे? Even numbers होंगे 250. 250 even numbers, 250 odd numbers. So even numbers आ गए 250, which are divisible by 2, multiples of 2. Now let us find out the Sn, value for Sn. अब Sn का बच्चों हम फॉर्मूला यूज करते हैं. Sn is equal to n upon 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and there Sn would be n. N is how much? 250. Two into a plus n, which we've just found out 250, into d. So Sn is 125 4 plus 249 into 2. So Sn is equal to 62750. So this is your value for Sn. So we have multiples of 2. Sn as 62750. Now for multiples of 5, 10, 15 up to 500. Here a is equal to 5, d, the common difference is 5, the last term Tn is 500, and we are asked to find out how much is Sn dash, S dash n. So we'll have Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. 500 is equal to 5 plus n minus 1 into d. 500 minus 5 is equal to n minus 1 into 5. So 495 divided by 5 is equal to n minus 1. and so n is equal to 5. (495) upon 5 is equal to n minus 1. On solving, you get n is equal to 100. Once you get the value of n, let us try to find out how much is Sn. N upon 2 so S dash n is n, which is 100, n into d, which is 5, a, which is 5. So S dash n is equal to 50, 10 plus 99 into 5. Therefore, S dash n 29750. So this is the second value that we have got. These are the multiples of 5. S dash n is 29750. So earlier we found out the sum of the multiples of 2, sum of the multiples of 5. Both we've got. Now, as discussed, let us find out the multiples of 10, because these multiples of 10 are those common numbers which appear in the multiples of 2 as well as in the multiples of 5. So let us find out the multiples of 10. Here difference is 10, the last term is 500, and we are asked to find out Sn. So now Sn, we have the formula for Tn. Let us find out Tn first. With Tn we can find out the value of n, a plus n minus 1 into d. 500 is equal to 10 plus n minus 1 into d. 500 minus 10 upon 10 is equal to n minus 1. 49 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to 50. This is your value for n. Let us find out Sn. So Sn is n upon 2, which is 50, 2a, which is 2 into 10, plus again n, which is 50, d, which is 10. So Sn is 25, 20 plus 49 into 10, which is 490. So Sn is equal to, on calculation the answer is 12750. Now this value that we found out is for S double dash n. So we've got the third value also. S double dash n. So now sum of integers from 1 to 500 which are multiples of 2 or 5 are Sn plus S dash n minus S double dash n, which is, first we'll write down the sum of the multiples of 2, 6, 2, 7, 5, 0. Then we will write down the multiples of 5, 2, 9, 7, 5, 0, and from this we will subtract those common multiples which appear in both the list. Those common multiples which appear in both the list, in the list of 2 as well as in the list of 5. So which is minus 1, 2, 7, 5, 0. And on solving, we get the answer as 79750. This is your final answer. Okay guys, let's start with some word problems from AP. Though there are not much of a word problems in AP, but still we'll do a few of them. Now this one, in this question we are given that Mrs. Gupta repays a total loan of 1,18,000 by paying installments every month. Now there is a total loan of 1,18,000. First I'll write this. Total loan is rupees 1,18,000. By paying installments every month. If the installment for the first month is 1,000, installment for the first month. So here we get A. Here A is equal to 1,000. And it increases by 100 every month. So the first installment was 1,000. She increases it by 100 every month. So the next month she has to pay 1,100. The month after that she pays 1,200 and then 1,300. So every month the installment is increasing by rupees 100. So we see that the difference which we get here is 100. What amount will she pay as the 30th installment? Now, we need to find out what is the installment that she is paying in the, what is the amount that she is paying in the 30th installment? In the 30th installment. So, if it is 30th installment, we need to find out T30. So, what we'll do is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. T30 is equal to 1,000 plus 30 minus 1 into D. So T30 is 1,000 plus 29 into 100, which is 2,900. So the 30th installment she pays is 3,900. This is the 30th installment she pays. What amount of loan she still has to pay after the 30th installment? Now first we found out the 30th installment. Okay. Let us now try to find out the total amount of loan that she pays up till the 30th installment. Mrs. Gupta ने 1,18,000 का लोन लिया है. वो 1,18,000 का लोन उन्हें रिपे करना है इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में. 30th इंस्टॉलमेंट में पूछा है 30th इंस्टॉलमेंट में हाउ मच डज शी पे. सो 30th इंस्टॉलमेंट में शी पेज दिस 3,900. ओके, अब 30th इंस्टॉलमेंट तक till the 30th installment, let us see how much has she paid. Why we need to find this out? Because हमें यह भी पूछा है कि 30th installment के बाद कितने पैसे बचेंगे जो उन्हें देने हैं. Now let us try to find out what is the total amount of money that she pays till the 30th installment. So till the 30th installment we have A is equal to 1000, D is equal to 100, N is equal to 30, and now let us find out the total amount she pays up to the 30th installment. So we write Sn is equal to n upon 2 so up till the 30th installment she is paying So this is the answer that we get, that up till the 30th installment she would have paid a total amount of 73,500. Now the final question that is asked is, what amount of money from the loan remains after she pays the 30th installment? The amount of money that remains is So this is our final answer, rupees 44,500. Okay, so in this question we are given manufacturer of TV sets produces 600 units in the 3rd year and 700 units in the 7th year. So in the given question, the TV that is produced in the 3rd year is 600 and in the 7th year is 700. So in the 3rd year is 600, 7th year is 700. Let us take down and write the formulas for T3 and T7. T3 is equal to A plus 2D, therefore A plus 2D is equal to 600. T7 is equal to A plus 6D, therefore A plus 6D equals to 700. Now we've got two equations in terms of A and D. Now let us try to solve these two equations in terms of A and D and get the value for A and D. So this would be A plus 2D 600 on subtraction you change the sign, you get minus 4D is equal to minus 100, and so D is equal to 25. Once you've got the value of D as 25, let us substitute this D as 25 in equation 1 or in equation 2. 1 being the smaller one, substitute D is equal to 25 in equation 1. So we get A plus 2D is equal to 600, which is A plus so A is equal to 600 minus 50, which is 550. Now the first question was production in the first year. A was the production in the first year. A stands for the production in the first year. So the production in the first year is 550. This is our answer. Now for the second question, second part, the second sub question, production in the 10th year. Now to find out the production in the 10th year, we have to find out how much is T10. So again, Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, which is T10 is equal to 550 plus n, which is 10, multiplied by 25. So T10 plus 9 into 25, which is 225. So production in the 10th year, is 775. So this is the production in the 10th year. So now we are asked to find out the total production in 7 years. Now total production in 7 years means, for the third question, we have to find out S7. Now if you are trying to find out S7, we'll use the formula for S7. Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now S7 is equal to 7 upon 2, 2 into A. Now A was 550, n minus 1, which is 7 minus 1, and D was 25. So we get S7 is equal to 7 upon 2, 1100 plus 6 into 25. So that would be S7, which is 7 upon 2, 1100 plus 150, that is 1250, 7 upon 2 into 1250. S7 is equal to, cancel this and then multiply it with this, you will get 4, 3, 2, 5, or yes, 4, 3, 7, 5 you will get. This is your answer, 4375. That's the answer. So now this is Professor Arif Khan signing off for now, and we'll come again with a new topic. Till then you practice this much, and when we are here, you don't fear. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.